Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your channel host, GBHL James.
And GBHL Jamie, and it's time for another Speak Friend in Question.
Woohoo! Your favourite Hobbit SBG Q&A is back again with a ton of questions. Loads of questions.
Yeah, 40, wasn't it? 40 comments?
Is it? It said 37 when I loaded it up before. Oh. Unless people have been deleting their own.
37, yeah.
37. Okay, so we do have 37 questions, which is great because a few weeks ago it was really quiet.
Yeah, well I think it's because it was done via Skype. So
yeah, probably to do with that.
Yeah.
It's probably to do with that.
It's not you.
We know what it is, guys. Probably not actually, but okay, let's have a little look. We've got Ian Marley starting things off. It's a Guild Ball question. You want to start with that one?
I think it is.
The laptop is quite far away because it has to be on charge right now at the same time as the camera. So.
Yeah. Email says, these guys are right, Guild Ball is awesome. Last week there was a small reference regarding something I was to pick up on, but due to a few years of marriage and old age, my hearing isn't so selective anymore, and I'm losing this fading skill, so I couldn't hear the reference. Not that it matters, as Jamie's probably forgot it anyway. I actually remember what it was.
Oh, do you?
Well, I'm not going to say it, repeat the words, because
I'll tell me after.
Yeah. James, I'll pick up my Battle of Five Armies and Desolation of Stockport, Smaug source books at the Redesolation of Stockport in October.
I think I was supposed to send them to
Oh dear. So a question for Jamie. Now you've played some Guild Ball, if you're going to invest in another team and play, given the knowledge you have, which team would you build and why? James, good luck with your butchers, you scumbag. I think I'd like to, I don't know, I'd like them all really.
They're nice models, aren't they?
They're all nice. I've played every team now, I think.
I think one of the nice things as well at this stage is the fact that they've all got very different identities in a lot of ways, which I can see. I think, was it you who mentioned this? You know, will it be a problem down the line if they introduce lots of new players? It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, because every team's got their strengths and their weaknesses, and obviously with future releases they'll bring out new teams, but they'll also bring out new players for the teams to keep each team fresh. And it's like, will you get to a point where, okay, the fishermen are great at scoring goals, they're not great in combat, but you bring out a combat-y player, and then other teams become very bland because they're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think it'd be an interesting challenge. But although I do like the way that, from reading the fluff, which I managed to do very quickly before going over to Jay Finnegan's and playing my first game, just get a bit of an idea of what was going on. It seems that what they want to do is more kind of develop the story.
Yes, yeah, there is a very strong story element to it.
Yeah, so pretty cool. And in terms of the butchers, they are powerful, aren't they?
They are very powerful.
I think one of the things
I think because the game's in its infancy, the butchers have a very straightforward game plan.
Yeah, which makes it
so coming from a wargamer background, it's very easy. Alright, so I can go in and I can kill that model. Not how can I view the path to score the goal. I think it's a less complex game, especially if you know about wargaming, and because a lot of this is about sort of target priority and order of the order of things that you do and stuff. And as long as you can read a couple of turns ahead, you should be able to do okay with the butchers. Okay, so next up we got Brad, thy hipster. He's put, hey guys, just wanted to have some feedback on this. Notice how I gave you the first question. Cheers.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah,
huh?
You forgot.
I don't know why I'm being so nice. We have some feedback on this 600-point army list. Sauron the Necromancer, Azog, Lieutenant of Sauron, and Bolg, Castellan of Mount Gundabad. For the fluff, smiley face, cheers. And then someone has pointed out it's 650 points. Not 600 points.
You're right, thanks.
Okay, so an evil all-hero.
Evil all-hero, 3 models.
They're not mounted, are they? The Azog and Bolg?
Yeah, I guess in that list he's not mounted them, has he? Those two would definitely need to be mounted.
Yeah.
And so I can say it's a cool theme for that sort of, the 3 generals, as it were.
Yeah.
But
I think it's cool. I reckon if you got them mounted, and what points would that come to then? If you had the White Warg and then you got
it'd be about just over a 750 list. You'd need
a 750 point list, and at 750 points, what you might come up against, even in a good all hero list, would probably take that down.
Yeah.
Probably, even though they're very good. Mind you, Azog, hero killer.
Yeah, he's defense 5, isn't he?
I
think if I was playing that list, I wouldn't be too worried, because I think I could kill Azog before combat hits.
Well, you certainly would. Pew, pew, pew. Legolas, all his might.
Yeah, he would.
He would. It's well worth it.
Bolg would go down eventually.
Bolg is good. I think new Bolg is good.
Yeah.
New Bolg on a Warg is really good.
Yeah, very.
And it makes the other part of his rules much more likely to happen.
Oh, the way he gets to 10 kills.
Yeah,
Gets Mighty Hero.
Because he can definitely, on a Warg, he can kill 10.
That. He could do that.
He can do that reasonably quick, I think.
Yeah, I think with Bolg as well, you've got to go in, you've got a heroic combat and get like 4 kills on the bounce,
Oh, yeah.
then 8, and then.
Did Tom Harrison use him to quite good? Did he?
He won the tournament, so yeah.
God, Tom! He's going to go to America and do it.
He's going to win. He's going to take a competitive army and win.
I know. Maybe we should just take Fluff, give him.
No.
I'm joking. All we're doing back here in the UK is like trying to refine lists.
Team GB.
To the point where I actually think that I've gone so far one way that I'm not actually going to be as competitive as I want to be. Okay, so thanks for that, Brad by Hipster. Next up we've got Touring TLA.
Hi guys, thanks for answering my question. What are your opinions on banners in a competitive force?
It's a very good question.
Yeah. If you're paying for the banner, I am not a huge fan.
Which is a very traditional kind of view. If you go onto the forums, the One Ring and the old Last Alliance, maybe he's part of the Last Alliance, the TLA at the end of his name there. When I first was getting into it, the opinion very much was that banners were not worth it for 25 points. A lot of people making the argument that they would rather have the 3 or 4 troops that they could get for that. However, as we've seen the emergence of the league, I don't know if you'd agree, but I would say that banners do pop up a fair bit because of the likes of To the Death being in there at certain points in tournaments. And it depends which army you're bringing as well.
It depends entirely on the army. If it's like an elf army, the 25 points it's good for them, but I think if you get the extra 3 guys, you get the extra bow. For me, dwarves need them.
Yeah.
A pure dwarf, even a non-pure dwarf list, because they're so worth it for dwarves.
But even then, if you're going to get banners in a dwarf force, think King's Champion, you get 2 there.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? They have easy access to cheap free banners.
Yeah, effectively, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah. 3 o'clock.
I think that we do see banner. I like to take a banner, but then I take cavalry force, which so it can be quite useful. 1 for To the Death of the Scobie kind of stuff if you need to stay away, but 2 because when you get counter charged, at least you're getting an extra dice.
Yes, yeah.
The extra dice. So here's an interesting one. Split opinion, I think.
Go on.
Okay, so next up we've got Josh Tetley. He's put, "Hi guys, got back into the hobby 10 to 12 months ago and have been slowly building up my Hobbit forces, good and evil. Good man, supporting your Hobbit hobby. I'm near enough happy with everything I've got from the Hobbit and I'm wanting to branch out into the old Lord of the Rings forces, preferably a Rohan list and an Isengard list. Okay, the problem is the source books. I don't really want to pay £40 plus for one on eBay, but this looks like my only option. Do you reckon GW will ever release a free PDF for them, similar to what's been done with the armies in Age of Sigmar?" So we'll answer that before going on to your PS bit. I thought that those 2 source books were still available. Kings of Men?
No, Moria is available and so is Free People. I don't think it was.
Fallen Realms?
Fallen Realms.
Fallen Realms is still available.
So Isengard's still available from Games Workshop in the UK store.
Go and buy it.
Yeah, buy it
quick.
Buy it quick.
Buy it now.
Kings
of Men's not?
No.
Wow.
I don't think so. You can check, there's a PR right in front of us.
That's I'll just guess.
Wing it.
Yeah, it's not available.
Go check yourselves, see what's available.
Yeah, and availability will differ country to country.
Yeah.
Always a good idea to check out your local gaming store. Do we think that they will eventually bring out a PDF?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't. No. I think they're done.
Yeah, not bothered.
They've just scrapped their fantasy. They're not going to care too much about Lord of the Rings.
No.
They'll have that to focus on. All focus will be on getting Age of Sigmar good.
Yeah, rather than supporting the system.
Yeah, why do one last little hurrah where you can just go, right, it's gone, let's just focus now, Warhammer.
Yeah, because I guess when they're not supporting the system, would they put... Mind you, they've got it for like the likes of Blood Bowl and stuff like that, didn't they? Did they put those... No? There's the old games?
No, that was picked up by the community. The community...
Alright, what about other games like Epic and Warmaster and stuff like
They're
that.
gone. They're gone. There's no support from Games Workshop for them. You can't find the old
Rules
for them.
Oh wow!
It's people who've got the old rules who have re-put them up.
How interesting! I didn't know that. So there we go. I think that probably answers your question.
Yeah, it's probably gone. People seem like to think that there will be a last book released with all the rules in, all the profiles. I don't think there will be.
Well, I guess that will mean that when it does go out of production completely, that there probably will be someone in the community that does that.
Yeah.
A good thing for you to do if you have got no idea how to build armies for it is get yourself onto Lonely Knights Army Builder.
Yes, that's correct.
Then you can have a little look at how much points things cost and start doing some army building.
That's got the points and the profiles in it. It's just any special rules that you're missing. And I'm sure if you ask your opponents or ask your friends, they'll be able to point you in the direction for special rules.
Certainly will. You've got a PS here. Looking to make the next Stockport my first ever tournament since 2008.
Good man.
The redesolation of Stockport. Who's coming, guys? I'm sure you're all excited behind that computer screen right now. I'm excited. Are you excited, Jamie? Jamie's excited.
Yeah.
Jamie wants to play.
I get to be the ringer this time.
Yeah, make sure there's odd numbers, people, because we don't want to see. I have to be a ringer so that you can play.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. I'm really excited. Already a couple of people bought their tickets. Go and check that out. There will be a video. There has been a video that went up on Thursday evening with all the details on and the rules pack. If you are not on the Great British Hobbit League Facebook group, so check it out. Great that you're coming down. He's put, I'm also a personal trainer, so a get buff back rep with James would have to happen. Haha. Thanks, guys. But I don't know if you know, but I'm retired.
As soon as the rules changed, it wasn't horrendously favourable for you.
Exactamundo.
No.
Being a good general it's all about knowing when to pick your battles. And do you know what? It's an interesting thing with Get Buff Bat because with a couple of guys over in America who contacted me to say, oh, you're coming over, let's do a Get Buff Bat Rep. The interesting thing with Get Buff Bat Rep is all mounted bro. It's quite an easy thing to tailor against. It is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was never massively worried, and that sounds arrogant, but I'm not the worst player in the world. Sometimes I am. Yeah. Sometimes I'm pretty awful. But I'm not the worst player in the world, and I can find a way to win somehow, usually. Because it gave away so little.
Yeah.
That force gave away so little.
So you're admitting to
I'm admitting. I picked my most favourable.
A cheat.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, in history, in history of battles, people didn't line up and go, okay, you bring 500 points to this, I bring 500 points to this, and let's play on a nice even playing field. People were like, I'm getting on that hill, I'm bringing everything I got, I'm going to set fire to these arrows, I'm going to be dead sneaky. Those people that you think are allies, they're not allies. I think of Braveheart here, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, it was weighted in my favour. But because it's easy to tail against, and Lords of Battle
you'll get beaten.
I will get beaten.
So but surely like you can just show off. You can do so many push-ups then.
I think that that's not a bad idea. That's not. Actually, I'm not sure I could do it at the moment. I don't feel very fit after Disney. To be perfectly honest. Do you know what? I think I'm going to bring Get Buff back, and I'm going to bring Smaug. Jay, bring him back to this house next week for any question. I'll tell Jane I'm going. Anyway, look forward to seeing you at Redesolation of Stockport 2015, Josh. Be good to meet you. Okay, so next up we've got Craig Bass, wasn't it?
Was it Bass? Bass like the fish.
Might not have any more questions for a while, so I might be off the loop at the moment due to the Batman miniatures.
Well, you can still just ask us Batman questions.
Ask us Batman questions.
You have to stop asking us questions. Craig Bass.
Yeah. I'm so tempted to do a Batman impression right now, but I know you'll hate me for hours. Look at his face. Why don't you do a Batman impression? Come on, I bet you do it really good.
I can't do a Batman impression.
Have you seen Bat Dad?
Yes,
That's so funny.
Oh, it's good.
Check it out. Well, you're on YouTube, so you go check it out. Check out Bat Dad. Although it's come up on my Facebook feed, I'm not sure whether but it'll be on YouTube.
Sure it'll be on YouTube.
Type in Bat Dad. It's brilliant. Yeah. It's brilliant. The comments are very, very, very good. You're in the loop. It's not a choice. You can't choose not to answer questions. That fly's on its way out. It's one of those you flick out the sky. Okay, so next up we've got Billy Fitzmaurice. He's put, we're not allowed to have kids for a year. You should probably have told us this a couple of months ago.
Have you heard about Billy?
I thought it was a joke.
No, he's going to be a dad. Yeah?
Commiserations, pal. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm guessing you planned this.
It's due early February.
Congratulations. Wow. What a massive start. I didn't know this.
No, I messaged him asking like, is this you letting people know now then? He was like, yeah, it was my way of telling James.
Well, as long as we're still allowed to spoon at tournaments and eat Oreos until the late the late hours, the early hours of the morning. Congratulations! Wow. There was me thinking you were just being a lad like David Whittaker, just put such a lad.
That's why they're saying it.
Lad. Right. Well, no stealing my names. All right. Yeah. That's the deal. All right.
Well, we were talking about names. We're like, so what would you name your kid? He was like, oh, if I have twins, it might be either Merry and Pippin or Smeagol and Gollum.
I thought you were going to say James and Jamie then.
Yeah, I don't.
Who's done it? Nobody. Don't do that. That would be disappointing. Yeah. I mean, look how Jamie turns out.
Wait.
Yeah. Patreon.
Who's earning money from YouTube?
I know. What's going on? Come on. All right. Well, Billy, congratulations, mate. I look forward. That's a drink that I'll have to. That's another drink I've got to buy someone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So next up, we've got the Norwegian Viking himself. It's Andreas.
He says he seemed to have missed the deadline for last week's episode, so he's reposting with some. I can never say this word. Additions.
I don't think I've ever seen that word, unless it's one that you've got to hear to know what it is.
I think it went. If we heard it, we can go on Wikipedia and get him to say it. I think it'd be worth it.
Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Org.
To copy and paste that word.
Addendums.
What's that? Is that it?
I think so.
Click on it. Do they not have this? Oh, no one's said it. Usually sometimes they might have like a little audio symbol where you can press the word and then someone will say it for you.
If we just type in addendum. Sorry, this is great content, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably a bunch of much more intelligent than you and I people out there.
Oh.
Addendum.
Addendum.
Addendum. Addendum. Addendum.
This is great content.
Addendum. Addendum.
This is going to become a sound effect in a battle report. It's got to be.
Addendum.
Oh, this is a really important.
Addendum.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, additions.
Yeah, more battle companies, definitely the best way to recruit more people to the game. And don't worry, Jamie, some people are just not used to the idea that something is free whilst other stuff you have to pay for. Yeah, that's the Patreon rampage from last week.
Yeah, right.
His leg's getting better, so no problems there. Question for this week. Can't think of one. Support Jamie on Patreon. Good answer.
Should do. If every single subscriber went out there and contributed at least £1, then Jamie would be able to share his channel income.
Yeah.
And not hog it all to himself. Okay, that's what he'd be able to do. Even if a third of you did that, a third of you did that, you could make a living off of it. To be fair, which would be handy. If 2/3 of you did it, then I could start buying Jane some nice stuff. Do you know what I mean?
You could pay for.
If all 3/3 did it, then Damien might get some things because I think that Tom has edited about one video in his whole time as a host.
He's had a hobby vlog in the tank apparently for what?
Oh, has he?
Like 4 months.
It's just horrendously, unbalanced. You got a cushy job.
He did make the logo though.
Yeah, but he wasn't even a host then. He was doing it as like a nice guy, because he's so nice.
And then he gets all the free stuff from it. That was the deal.
Yeah, that's true.
Like anything that's made with the logo on, he'll get one.
Which he has done.
Yeah, well,
yeah, so he got a t-shirt and dice. He's got nothing to complain about.
We all got the dice because we're all hosts.
Don't say it out loud. He might ask for more. He might want to chip into your Patreon.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to happen.
Battle protected.
Okay, thanks for that, Andreas, and good shout out there as well for Jamie. Next up, we've got Narima. Hang on, that's Ben Kluwer.
Yeah, no. I looked at that. I was like, I know that face.
Ben, that's you. But I'm sure you've not.
Oh, someone's not stole your face.
No. You had your identity stolen on Facebook. That happens.
Yeah, it is.
I've had friends that gone, oh my gosh, someone is using my pictures and
Yeah,
stuff, and then adding all my friends. Don't do it. It's not me.
Yeah.
Scary. So anyway, Ben Cluer has put, hi guys, really enjoying Speak Friend and Question. Definitely the best show from the GBHL. Really?
Really? I know, right?
Really?
Is that-
You're very loyal or very nice.
Or very stupid. Or deaf.
What? He's just been dead nice to us.
I know.
To be fair, this is the original show, isn't it? This is like the original
Yeah.
engagement with the community. So it's amazing it's still going.
I know.
82
How
episodes.
are we milking this?
But you know what? You know, new people have got into the hobby and have asked questions on here,
Yeah.
and then we've lost them to the party
Yeah.
after they.
we're like the gateway drug.
We are the gateway. Yes, we are. We are the gateway. You put my question and my first ever to join the loop. Oh, so Ben.
Why are you joining so late?
I know. Well, we see him on the Facebook page all the time. Is can a Candish chieftain or king use his axe to piercing strike? As in his profile, it says chieftain's axe, elven blade. Does this mean that it can use the rules for an elven blade, but it is an axe, or that it is actually an elven blade? If it is not an axe, can he then feint instead? Cheers, guys. Keep the great content coming. P.S. Oh, thank you for this. I wish I'd have read this at the start. P.S. My username is pronounced Naryema. He obviously knows us very well, that we're hopeless at pronouncing stuff. So, Jamie.
I know the answer to this. You want, yeah.
I think because it's an elven blade, he cannot piercing strike. I don't think he can feint either.
Oh, so close!
Oh,
so
no!
close! He can feint!
Can he feint?
You can't pierce and strike though. That was it's in the Fallen Realms FAQ.
I didn't think he could piercing strike. But my reasoning for saying that he wouldn't be able to feint is because an elven blade. Is it like? Does it say it's a sword in the description or?
What is it? No, it says Chieftain's Axe in brackets Elven Blade, just as it says there.
But because it looks like an axe, not a sword,
I know.
and because it's all WYSIWYG,
Yeah.
you know, the piercing strikes is effectively a WYSIWYG thing.
Yeah.
Then I think it shouldn't be able to feint.
I think it should be able to pierce and strike and be an Elven Blade. It'd be,
Yeah,
it's not broken in any way.
You suddenly start seeing the top tables bringing
It's
candies.
Chieftains and Champions. Yeah, sure.
It didn't deserve your attention.
Yeah, it's been FAQ'd that it is an Elven Blade basically. It might as well be a sword.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining the loop. What does he have to do next week, Jamie?
I'm sure he already knows, but now he has to ask a question every single week.
Certainly does. Next up, we've got Spiral Project.
It says, hey guys, I'm new to the channel, so I assume this means I'm now in the world famous loop.
It's famous.
It's not famous.
Maybe we should get.
It's known.
Maybe we should get Tom to do like a logo for the loop. I think I could do the logo for the loop.
Loop dice.
Loop dice.
Loop t-shirts.
On a 3. A 4.
Why 4?
Just because it's random.
That's for like people asking questions. It's pretty random.
Yeah.
Drop in and out. So first question: what video editing software do you use? So I'm thinking about starting a channel of my own and would want to do some series of SBG, although it would be primarily gaming.
Good time for you to.
So I use AVS Video Editor. However, I've been playing for the past week with Sony Vegas Pro.
Do you like it?
Not particularly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think.
Much more complex.
Yes, yeah. I downloaded the free trial software and I've been making videos in there, but when you export it, because it's a trial version, it puts up a nasty big watermark all over the screen.
Oh, does it?
Because it's obviously because you're using the
Yeah.
trial one. So that's why no videos have gone up with that, because I was like, oh, but God
Yeah,
damn it!
that
I've just
must have
edited
been
a
a
video and now it's ruined.
Oh, no.
So I had to go back into AVS Video Editor. So for the meantime, I'm going to stick with AVS Video Editor. I'm going to keep playing with the trial version and learn it. And once I've learned it, I will buy it.
Because it's meant to be very good.
It's going to be very good, and I think you can. There's definitely the potential there once you got the skill set to do a lot more with the videos and have much more going on, make it just look nicer, and you can't do it in an AVS Video Editor, but you can even move the sound away from the video, like it separates it all out for you. So it looks a lot more to it. I will get it eventually, but for now I'm going to stick with what I know to make the videos for the meantime.
Yeah, that makes sense, and I can kind of empathise with that situation slightly, because when I start up, obviously I've got a Mac Air thing,
Yeah.
and it came with iMovie, and I used that for a while, and that, I think iMovie was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed using it, but then it became corrupt, and then even though it was a free piece of software, to get it back I was going to have to pay for it. So I upgraded effectively, and I got Final Cut Pro. And Final Cut Pro, again, it was a big change, and at first I'm not sure I liked the changes at first, because it seemed there was too much going on that you could do, and I just wanted to do the basic things first and foremost I could do before. But once you nail this, it is very good editing software. Once you nail it, you can do so much more with it. You know, so much more. So I use Final Cut Pro, and you're working towards Sony Vegas.
Sony Vegas Pro,
So there you go. And I believe Damien uses Final Cut Pro as well.
Yeah, and we don't know what
Tom doesn't use anything.
Tom uses Window Media Maker. It's awful. It's a terrible bit of software.
Tom uses like South Park style animation. he cuts out pictures of us and then does stop motion.
He doesn't even do that.
Do you know what? I bet he could do it as well. He's super talented.
Oh no.
I bet he could. Tom, go away and make a stop motion. This is a challenge for you. Go away and make a stop motion.
A stop motion back row, including the dice rolls.
Wow. Enjoy the next year of your life. Okay.
Second question.
Oh.
What do you think of this 700 point list? Slow down with bow, 5 Watches of Karna, or with bows, 5 Haradrim Spears, 2 Haradrim Raiders, all Raiders in the list have War Spears. Okay. Knight of Umbar with no upgrades. 5 Watches of Karna, 6 Bracken Guard, Haradrim Chieftain with no upgrades, 5 Haradrim Spears, 5 Haradrim Bows, Mahud King with no upgrades, 3 Haradrim Raiders, 5 Watches of Karna, 2 Haradrim Bows. 47 models, 24 breakpoint, bow limit 22, 698 points. PS, sorry Jamie if this was forced upon you. Great video guys, keep up the hard work.
Thank you very much, Spiral
So,
Project.
your heroes, you've got very good heroes, but none of them are tooled up to... Yeah, they can all take horses or Fellbeast, and they all should be on horses. And they should all be on horses with War Spears.
Find a way to do it. A good way of doing it is maybe take away some of your Haradrim Raiders.
Drop those Raiders, yeah.
Yeah, you don't particularly need them. So if you drop some of your Raiders, unless you want to use them.
You've got 5 Raiders, you could drop them, that's about 60 points back. If not more.
That's more than that. Are they 11?
No, they're like 13 points.
Are they 13
They're the
points?
same as I think they're the same as a Knight of Gondor.
Okay, yeah. Same as a Weapon Rider.
Yeah. But they're better. They've
Yeah.
got a spear.
Yes, they are.
Or they've got a lance. So yeah, I think if you dropped them, give everyone your Chieftain, the Knight of Umbar, a Mahud King. Well, you could get the Knight of Umbar a Fellbeast, and the Haradrim King a horse. I think that'd be the best one, best to do. Or give both your Chieftain and Mahud King. The Mahud King should get a camel. There is Mahud King.
Mahud King on a camel.
Yeah, just get them all on horses. Just forget the Fellbeast.
Yeah.
You'll get more punch out of everyone that way.
Yeah. And it's a good number of models.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a lot of Watches of Karna in there. If you can get more Watches of Karna when you've got this kind of list, it's not the worst thing in the world. Well, it is. It is actually pretty grim for your opponents. Quite a good amount of might and stuff. Got big stuff.
Yeah.
Good troops. It's a good list. It's a good list. Okay, so next up we've got Quinn the James Slayer Duggan. He put, I know you guys said I'm good at making lists, but I have a bit of dilemma on my hands. Here's the list. It's 700 points and may or may not be used for a certain event. It's Stockport, that's right, he's coming to the Redesolation. Oh yes, Quinn.
You should do, he's around the corner.
He is, he doesn't live too far away. Quinn, make sure you were there on time.
I know, you have no excuse.
I have actually, I've called him out in the video.
Really?
Yeah. There was a bit when I was mentioning about when to turn up and I've said,
Yeah.
I think it was when I'm talking about the -1 concede. Like, there's a bunch of general stuff in there. And I was like, and if you are really, really late for your opponent, Quinn Duggan, I'm talking to you. Get there early. Okay. So he's put Gilgalad with shield and armoured horse. 6 high elves with shield, 6 with spear, 4 bows, 2 shields. Eristor with 6 high elves with shield, 6 with spear, 4 bows, 2 shields. Rivendell Knight Captain, 5 Rivendell Knights.
It's decent.
It's alright. It's low numbers of 700. Like 2 warbounds of
4, 8. It's got 14 bows.
14 bows is okay at 700 points.
Yeah. What else are you going to say? So should I drop Eristor for Arwen? If so, what should I do with the leftover points? Alfred? Drop 2 bows, add 2 shields, and add another knight?
No, I think what you've got there, if you want to go for that, looks alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Aerostar rather than Arwen. Arwen's a bit pants in that list. Well, not pants, but Aerostar is going to slowly kill 1 or 2 guys a turn.
Riverdale Knight Captain. Has your Riverdale Knight Captain got a shield, and has Riverdale Knights?
I would hope so.
I hope that they've all got shields. Make sure they've got shields.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's low numbers, so you're going to have to get a good amount out of your shooting. Remember, at 700 points as well, you're going to come up against Blinding Light.
And Gilgalad.
Yeah, Gilgalad's good.
Chop, chop, chop.
He's good.
It'll be him left.
Yeah.
Swinging his...
He will be the one who
Oh,
has to...
is he on Shield and... Yeah, Shield and Armored Horse, good.
Yeah, just bear in mind that at 700 points you're going to come up against Wizards
Yeah.
and Blinding Light and stuff, which is where you might lose out in the shooting wars. But apart from that, your shooting's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do with a small force like that. Okay, so there you go, Quinn. I hope that helps. See, this is why he beats us, you know what I mean? Give him all this great advice.
Yeah, well, beats you.
Us.
No, it's not the...
He always beats me!
It's not the collective, us.
We are, we're a collective. You know, I win, you win. You know? You win, I win.
Yeah.
Just think of all those tournaments we won together. Contributing one.
180 points.
Next up we've got David Whitaker.
He says, good answer to the naming your kids after Lord of the Rings characters. It's a tricky one. Thorin could actually be quite passable. I think Shagrat will be the bottom of that list.
Grublock.
I think Shagrat is the worst.
Shagrat is quite bad actually. There used to be a lad in the army who was called Bograt. I didn't like him.
No, really. Just to let you know, I've never downloaded a podcast in my life, but this last week I've listened to all the Free Peoples and Palante ones on my daily commute, and will certainly be downloading more of your talkie content in the future. So this is for patrons of any value that you want to support me with. They get access to downloads of all the talkie vids we do.
That's good.
So
Have you backdated that? Is that backdated or?
No. It's from the Patreon release.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not downloading 84 Speak Friendly questions and uploading them all again.
We've got like a timer running and during these Speak Friendly questions, how long you talk, how long I talk, and as a percentage we work out like what we get that.
No, because you just get it. You just babble on for ever and ever. It's completely unfair.
It would be
maybe worthwhile contributions.
How would we rate this? Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah. I recently have written a list all the models I want to pick up from Games Workshop before they drop the range. Needless to say, it became very expensive very quickly. I think I might need to prioritise. Are there any models which you guys see as a must-own from a collecting or gaming perspective? I want models you don't currently own that you would make a top priority if you made a similar list.
Must-have models.
I think I got all my must-haves with the £80 gift voucher.
Did you?
Yeah, I got like
That's nice.
that Saruman Orthanc and the Fiefdoms troops.
That's
I wanted
good.
some of them.
Yeah, and you got little things like you got
The Gollum and
Gollum.
Saruman mounted Uruk-hai siege troops, which I'd never owned. If I hadn't have got that, I would never spend my money on them.
Yeah.
Other things that I'd like to get, but probably I don't know, like top priority. That by the end of that £80, it was starting. I was getting tough with like, what do I actually want that I know I can't get cheaper on eBay.
Yeah, I think it's a very good question. Like, because I've
It's the big things, isn't it? It's like I've never owned a Mummock, and I might want one just to own one, but I'm not going to go out there and buy a Mummock. So
Yeah.
this is the problem, like, because I know I'll never use that Mummock, and if I bought Haradrim, which I've never owned, like a box of Haradrim Warriors was on my list originally to get into that box, but I was like, but it's just a bit too expensive. Like it takes a big chunk of that 80 out straight away, just for 12 warriors, like what, 20 quid or something. I was like, it's not worth. I'll get more metals.
Yeah, I think you made a good choice with some of the ones that you got. I did something similar. I can't think off the top of my head anything that I've not got that I would perhaps want. Because even in the early days I managed to pick up some of the bits that I really wanted. So I've got like a Metal Urkin brand which I really wanted, Gildor which I wanted as a model, ended up with a Gandalf the Grey mounted which I really wanted as a model. These are, it's interesting, these ones are so sought after and they kind of are must-have models for a reason.
Yeah.
They're really nice looking models. A lot of the Gandalf poses. But I picked up like a lot of the wraiths on foot and stuff like that, foot mounted. Fiefdom's Troops, they're cool. I picked up a bunch of those. Fountain Court, loads of Gondor. I'm trying to think now. What would I want?
Like for me, the Hobbit troops, they don't scream buy me to the like. For me personally, I know for a lot of the community they absolutely love them and will buy them all. But for me, none of them, besides maybe the Rivendell Knights and the Mirkwood Rangers, which I've got some of, but like buy me. Like the dwarves, I'm a bit like I've got a big dwarf army. I don't need more Defence 7 dwarves. I've got that.
Yeah.
And like the Lake Town, I would love to own, but they're just that bit too expensive. £5, what was it? £5 a model, isn't it?
Yeah.
It worked out at £1 a point. Ugh.
Yes. I know what you mean with the Hobbit model. I think because I'm trying to think what I haven't got. I haven't got like an Azog, and I do like Azog as a character and stuff, and I like the new Bolg model and stuff like that. And if it went out, I wouldn't be devastated. I like the new Felwargs.
Yeah, they're cool. I've got some of them.
The models, they're nice models, and there's a bit of me that's like, one day I might pick some of them up.
Yeah.
If it went out, I'm not sure I'd be completely devastated because I'm not sure I'd ever used them. But the ones that I really, really wanted, I've kind of.
See, I should have learned from the past that like I wasn't fussed about any of these models going out of production. But then as soon as they went out of production, I was like, no, I need that Gandalf mounted. But like when I was in the hobby, I was like, £8.20. Nah, I don't actually need him. I don't want him.
Yeah.
And now that he's gone out and everyone wanted him, I was like, I want a Gandalf mounted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sure in the future, like this list will change. I'm like, damn, I should have bought Azog when I had the chance. I should have bought this when I had the chance. So top priority, there's no one. Give it a few months, I'd be like, damn it, I should have.
Yeah. I don't think you don't know what you've got until it's gone.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it. So we're sat here now, we might maybe sort of pondering things that we might be going.
I'd quite like the Felwargs. Tomorrow they're out of production. I really want the Felwargs.
That's why I bought Smaug.
See, I don't. No, you can't say that too loud.
Did I say that too loud?
Yeah. The neighbours heard. Like, oh, so you've got a Smaug.
What? Okay, good question as always, David Whittaker. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got Resco Nesco. Regarding the least favourite scenes of all the films, that's a question that we asked last week. Of the Battle of Five Armies, Alfred's scenes instantly leapt to mind. So the Alfred scenes in Battle of Five Armies, they really take away so much from the latter parts of the film, in my opinion. Yeah, they go try to bring him in as comic relief.
Yeah, and dressing up as a woman, stealing the gold. It was all a bit.
In my eyes, there are so many other problems with that movie. I mean, you ultimately to enjoy it, you've just got to take it for what it is in a bit of a different way, and that's how. I mean, we really enjoyed going watching it.
Yeah.
But then when you break it down as a Lord of the Rings and Hobbit fan, tons of problems. Thanks for answering my question. I'm taking a themed all-hero army to Longbottom. Fantastic. We're going to be there.
Yeah, Longbottom's great.
Yep.
It's buy my ticket.
Hopefully you see a GBHL host, one of us, winning that tournament.
Yeah, because we are practice. It's our practice for America, so we should. Let us win. Let's go first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah, I'd get a wooden spoon or something. Can you imagine? Devastating.
For us, we're committed with that army for then America as well, because we can't go, I got to change this list.
It's my
drive home.
Those are my practice games for America as well, because I'm not going to get that painted up in time to have some practice games unless I just play some without it first. Yeah. I film all of my battles, so can't have unpainted miniatures in. And hopefully to Stockport, we've got another redesolation of Stockport here, so fingers crossed you can make it, buddy. But thanks for the idea. So a couple of questions. Out of production model you wish you had? Okay, so an out of production one that you wish you had that you don't have.
I'm not very good at these because I can never remember what's out of production.
I actually, and if anybody would like to send me one, it'd be great. I have actually owned 2 of these and then got rid of them in trades. But Baragond.
Oh, I think I sold my other one.
Yeah, I think I sold one, I traded one.
Yeah.
But I actually wish I had one because it was when we were unboxing the Minas Tirith box.
Yeah.
I really, really like Warriors of Minas Tirith. I think they're really nice models. They are. They are.
They're not.
They are. They're good considering they're early plastics. They are. I think they're good. I like the aesthetic that Weta went with as well.
Yeah.
And I've already got loads of, because you know what it's like when you get one thing and then you start building these lists. And Beragond is of course part of that list.
For me, I had something then just then. It's gone though. Never mind.
Wouldn't mind another Forlong the fact so I can convert one to being mounted.
Yeah, Forlong and Langbow would be nice to have. Oh, Arvadui Malbeth. They'd be nice ones to have.
Got 'em.
Gone, nice.
Got 'em.
Arvadui Malbeth would be nice to have. Arathorn, is he still available? Is he gone now?
I think he might have gone. Those are nice ones. Arathorn and Halbrand.
Halbrand.
The Halbrand's a nice model.
The Doing here in his Blackroot Vale command. That's a nice set.
Yeah, doing here is really hard to get up with now, isn't it?
Maha's command. Stupid splash releases.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now.
They're just nice looking models.
What else is out of production?
I don't know.
Loads. Not all of it soon. Okay, so just watch the Free People's Fellowship, and you basically answered these, so disregard the.
He's edited this.
So put how crippling is Boromir Zero Fate for 105 points or whatever it is.
Not that bad.
Not
Go watch
bad.
the video. How's the best use Frodo? You don't even take him.
There you go. Okay, next up we've got our good friend Akathon39.
Yeah. He says,
Now,
No, I'm a Patreon, so I have access. Oh, it isn't now. That's what you said now.
yeah, I tried to prompt you.
That's like now. Okay, I'll read it now. Now.
Now, Jamie,
Now.
read the questions
So-
now.
Now, I'm a patron and have access to the Desolation of Stockport early bird tickets, and I also think you should do a spoiler thingy video. We've done that. Oh wait. On the Patreon page, and I'm in the comments, and we could all discuss it. I definitely have a few ideas. One, what are the most common scenario tournaments have, and which builds of armies tend to thrive at these, and which ones suffer?
That's changed over time, hasn't it?
Oh, sorry, the most common scenarios.
Yeah, so I think initially, you tended to have the scenarios played through, didn't you? From 1 to
oh
6.
yeah, it started at 1 to 6, and then people started changing it backwards, and then mix it up entirely random.
And then custom scenarios coming in.
Custom scenarios always, yeah.
Yeah, but like becoming very popular.
Yeah. Well, it just happens with any game, just to break the monotony of the scenarios that you know.
Yep.
And what armies have thrived at these, and which ones suffer? With the change to warbands, I think good became a lot better. It used to be evil would hoard out massively up to the 75 model limit and just destroy. Yeah, that's good.
What
Good
tends
word.
to do well now?
Does as well now. Elves have always done well and continue to do well.
Yep.
Goblin hordes with things.
Nasty stuff in there.
Nasty stuff. I think the video to go watch this, whether it's discussed in great length, is the Palantir What's the UK Meta video.
The Plantier. Let me write that down. What's this show?
Yeah.
I love the Plantier.
Palantir I've done a show recently about the UK meta, so the meta of tournaments and how it's changed. So I think if you're interested in that hackathon and you've not watched it already, you should definitely go watch that one.
I watched that video, and you made a very good point actually. That the one thing that they missed discussing about was the introduction of special strikes.
Yes, yeah, because I commented on below, didn't I? Saying
Yeah.
I think you missed. Like special strikes changed the meta a lot because suddenly, you know, goblins became more powerful because they're lower fight values. They can feint and have poison essentially for free.
Axes being modelled on
Axes
things.
modelled onto for my Woses. They got modelled on. They won 2 tournaments on the bounce, and I put it down to for those Woses. Just people changing weapons around so they can get the better ones. I know James Braun has 1/3 axes, 1/3 swords, 1/3 whips, and 1/3 flails on his Gundabad's. And obviously the axes can kill easier, fainting still faints, and then whirl with a shade behind him, he charge 1 into 2 with a spear support, gang up on someone else, flail with him, get 2 strikes, and still winning on 6.
It's definitely affected the meta. I think what's quite an interesting thing to sort of think about is what armies have done well. Well, let's have a think about the armies that have won tournaments. So you've got the Felbeast armies.
Yep.
So the Ringwraith from Felbeast armies have done quite well. So that's the kind of
That's monsters.
monsters, all hero casters.
Yeah.
Armies that have got casters tend to do well. Damien's Isengard do well when they're at that higher points level in particular with
They get
Saruman in there.
Yep.
Done well. Your Wood Elves have done well. Other people's Wood Elves have done well.
Yeah, Tom.
With the likes of Galadriel in there. So these armies do quite well. The Morialists, like you say, that have got
Yeah. Then
all kinds of nasty.
recently, Lake Town Militia with the new Wizards and Galadriel thrown in have been very competitive.
Yeah, because it allows you to take some big things in there.
Big heroes and still keep your 5-point troops. Ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you tend to see.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you tend to see. And then,
So number
point
two, Jamie, what made you take the massively brave step of quitting your job for us, basically? I know you've been talking about it for a while, but what made you decide to finally take a huge leap of faith?
The huge leap of faith came from the fact that I hit the glass ceiling at work, so I could see what I needed to do.
You don't even watch the channel?
A few guys do, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm not going to be too...
No burning bridges here!
No, I wouldn't be a bitch. Like, I loved working for Million
Yeah,
Entertainments. Like, genuinely loved
He
it.
did.
Genuinely loved it.
He did. He'd come in here and go, "I've had such a good time in work today. I can't wait until they promote me. I've got such great ideas for them."
Exactly.
What are we doing?
However, what happened was that so I'd been successor training to go into this role. They call the guest experience supervisor. So in charge of the rides and the sort of the entertainments team. And a friend at work got promoted, so that means that her position was available. So I applied for it, and it went to an external candidate. And I was a bit miffed off and was like this external guy who's coming from a retail background has got it over me. I don't understand why. And my boss then said, will you train this guy up and will you work with him on your ideas because they were really good, it'd be great, sort of thing for you to train up to do. So, not getting the job and being asked to train the person who did is a bit of a kick in the teeth. Then the guest experience supervisor job came up at Sea Life, our neighbour attraction, sister attraction, because their supervisor left. I didn't get that job because, quite rightfully so, their duty manager, their sort of successor, got the job, which it should work that way. And then obviously those two roles have now got new people in. They're not going to move on for around about 2 or 3 years, so I'd be having to look either further abroad, like York is the next nearest Merlin attraction for us, and I don't really want to move city away from Manchester.
I'm here, aren't I? Do you know what I mean?
The channel's here, I've got friends here, I've got a life here.
I didn't expect you to answer seriously.
No. Like, generally, like, all my friends are here. I don't want to... If it was going from York to Manchester, that's a move I think I could make, because I'm going from somewhere smaller to somewhere bigger.
Yeah.
We're going from bigger to smaller. I'm not driving, it doesn't really work for me. So I decided, you know what, I've got some money saved up. I'm at a point in my life where I've spoken to my parents, and so if it all goes to pot, I can always move back in with them and move back out because I'm not tied down to a mortgage or in a relationship. So I thought I'd take the leap and just do it and see what comes of it.
And from a friend's point of view, I think there is no better time in your life to do this.
Yeah.
It's come at a good time for you, I think.
Yeah.
And these things tend to be blessings in disguise. Do it now while you've not got any massive responsibilities.
That was a thought. Like I'm not Billy. I've not just got a kid for myself. Crazy Billy.
Crazy Bill.
Crazy Billy.
That's a good, a Native American name. Crazy Billy.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd just do it. As Shia LaBeouf says.
I'm sure I speak for the whole community when I say that all of us are behind you, and I know that you'll be.
Well, except for those guys who are bad-mouthing me on the videos.
Yeah, but they're the minority.
Yeah, vocal minority, as over with YouTube.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that was why.
And here he is now.
Yeah.
No shoes.
No shoes.
Okay, so next part is.
James, I dare ask directly to our speaking code.
Oh.
You know the being that starred. Okay. You know the being that starred as the theme of the book that I gave to you at Desolation Stockport? Have you, or how will you now tell Jane?
I suppose he's referring to a certain dragon. Jane doesn't know yet. It's very easy not to say, isn't it? It's much easier not to say anything than say anything. And at the moment, they've got a lot of stress with the puppy. I don't want to add on any more stress at this time. Just want to keep things.
I'm pretty sure, 20 minutes into the video, you said you're going to tell her.
I will do. Yeah, I will do it at some point. Do you know what? I might have already told her, but there is a big but. I've used all of my points. I've used all of my points to get permission to go to America. And also to now somehow have sneaked in an extra couple of days to go and do Longbourn first. I mean, wow.
Well, if you went on Little White Lie, you could win it in America.
Yeah, if you like.
Because it's an option.
It is an option, isn't it?
to win Smaug.
And sell the other one.
Well, no, I mean, you could just.
I want a board. I want a board for the channel.
See, if I won, I was like, I really want a Guild Ball board. Future-proofing.
Oh,
Future-proofing.
Oh, don't do that. That'd be a waste. That'd be a waste of a board.
Nah,
Yeah, it would. Tiny little board like that when you could make your
you can make
Dale.
a 4x4 board.
You
with
want a
a
lake town
3x4
board, come on.
inside, with big stadium
Nah.
with like GBHL on it. It'd be well cool.
Yeah. Certainly show that Guild Ball informer who's boss.
Yeah, exactly. Little floodlights.
Alright, well, no one can let Jamie win because he's not. You know. Do you want 6 days worth of good content or just a day, a Tuesday where you might get to see this thing?
But when SBG dies,
Guild Ball's a good game.
Guild Ball will take over.
I wonder how well Age of Sigmar will do.
I don't know.
I think it sold quite well. I've got
It did so well.
yeah, nice plastic miniatures. Okay, so yeah, I will find the right time to tell Jane about this. Maybe now is not it.
On a phone call from America. Oh, by the way, I bought Smaug.
I've just spent hundreds of pounds to come here. I've taken a week away from you and left everything down to you.
I just spent 300 money.
I'm just going to have to get her a really nice present in Washington. Any of you guys have been over to Washington before?
Really nice, cheap present.
No. I think to get good points, it's going to be a good present. But if anybody has been over to Washington or lives there, let us know where the good places to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What statues to see, all that kind of
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is Matt Patson. He's put, "Hi guys, just wondering what you think of the GW Citadel board. It's quite pricey. However, the terrain pieces look easy to paint and flock. Is it worth the price? Cheers. Also, I messaged the GBHL page with some exciting news regarding a certain ball rider."
Oh, I already own the model. Yeah, I got the message that not yesterday, the day before.
Is he sending me a model for free?
No, it's not. Sorry. It's the unreleased miniatures page.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
We've already liked it, and I've already got the model, so
Oh, you ordered it, did you?
it's at home. Yeah.
Good man. There you go.
We're going to a hobby vlog in the future.
Very, very cool. Well, if you would like to send me anything to promote, completely free of charge on the channel, I'm more than happy to do that for you.
Oh, yeah.
And none of the other hosts would do that, just me.
As for the Citadel, what's it called?
200 quid.
I'm not a fan. Like, you can get MDF cut for pennies compared to that.
£200 is a lot of money, and I actually don't like playing on them.
I don't like playing on them. Like being forced every single time to have a hill at some point.
That your models slide down.
Oh, I guess when it's flocked, like most
Even then.
No, I think when it's flocked, it'll because there's a bit of a static to it, so.
And you got a metal model, the Son of Air on the hill.
Yeah, but that's I think that's when they're not flocked. I don't think they.
Really?
Yeah. When they're flocked, they don't fall down so easily. But it's when they've like been sanded or when they've just sprayed it brown, and it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, put it back up. You knock 3 more. Oh, I'll give up.
There's a new Citadel board coming out, isn't there?
I
I believe it's coming out as part of the Age of Sigmar terrain releases at some point, which is flatter with craters and stuff like that, I think.
That'd be better.
I
like
don't think
that-
it's got hills.
I like that you can fill in the skulls on the Realm of Battle. That's it, the Realm of Battle board.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the skulls I don't like, but people can fill them in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's worth 200 quid though.
No, definitely not.
Not worth £200. Okay, so next up we've got Jericho Jackson.
To say, James and Jamie, what do
What
you
a
think?
name.
Oh no. What do you think of Theoden in a competitive Rohan army? Well, Tom is the person to ask for Theoden. He gets him working pretty well.
I think we could discuss it.
He seems overpointed compared to Theodred and Eomer. I think it would be cool if he had a special rule that once per game you can call a heroic march using one of his might points, which allowed him and those involved to charge at the end of the march. Cheers, Jericho.
That would be quite cool.
That would be cool.
Again, we come back to it, we've said this before,
Theoden
there's a
is-
hierarchy, isn't there?
Yeah, well, Theoden's not the best hero, and so we're both just watching this fly get.
It's massive, isn't it?
Wow.
It's massive.
I just fly across the screen. Yeah, Theoden, he's just not got the right profile, has he? He's not up there.
He loses out to the other heroes in things, and he's not terrible.
No,
he's,
fight 5, 2 might, 2 fate.
he's not terrible, Got a wizard in there, can strengthen his will,
Yes,
Do that 'cause
Sauron. Oh, sorry, Gandalf can
Gandalf.
strengthen will.
going to have good strength and will him if he's in there, if it's a high enough points cost. People are generally going to not are going to only take him for the theme of their army, really, because there are other better options at the same kind of points. But he's not bad. There's just better options.
Yeah, he just doesn't make it into the competitive list.
Oh,
slapped him.
I hit him in the face.
You just annoyed him now.
Come on, let's have it. Okay. Yeah, and I think a lot of people just like the idea of him having like a 12-inch standfast or something like that. You know.
But I always like if he for one turn only, he could make everyone do the impale special rule.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Just one turn, like I don't know, death.
Oh, that's awful. That'd be horrible. Yeah, I'd take him.
But then they can move on.
Yeah.
Like a mini little stampede, 1 dice strength 4.
That'd be well cool.
Get one really lucky rider. It's like woohoo!
Yeah.
I've gone too far.
That would be quite cool. That would be quite cool. So next up we've got Jeremy Smith.
Jeremy Smith.
Jeremy Smith.
He says, "Speak. Hey, look, it's the OG GBHL duo together again. Hip hip hooray! Keep it up."
OG, is that original?
Original gangster.
Yeah, original gangster. I like it.
Oh, OG. Friend, I have a Yorkie's Jar Jar and Padma. Oh, Padma.
He has a Yorkie like a dog, I think.
Right, yeah.
Jar Jar and Padma.
Padma.
What
With Padma, isn't it?
Padma, yeah. What terrible characters to pick.
Your Jar Jar, you must hate it.
You must hate it. You must be like,
I definitely
why did you ruin part of my life?
And Padme, who sired Luke and Jar Jar and Padme, who gave birth to Luke and Leia. Jar Jar and Padme, that's some. Oh.
Wow.
That's a certain kind of.
That's the type of cartoon website you don't want to
watch. What is it? Is it like Rule 47 on the internet or something?
I don't know. Is this something kids aren't going to type this in and then get into trouble?
No. Rule 47 is like if someone has thought of it, there will be porn of it.
Oh, not
Have you not heard of that?
No.
That's Rule 47, I think.
Okay.
But there's rules for the internet apparently.
No, really.
That's one of them.
And then they adopted Penny.
And
no blood relation.
Poor Penny. And question, Luke-retaining question, if that. I have never asked for advice from the channel. That's a lie. On an army list. But what should I take for the Grand Tournament at Nova?
Take rubbish.
Something awful. I spent the last couple of weeks writing this list for the other 4 events. Hope to see you both at doubles if you can make it. And now I come to the big event. I'm taking lots of cheese without crackers. without crackers to the other events. For the GT, maybe the Balrog with a couple of budget ring raids on Felbeast. I've got no clue where to start. 700 points and 5 different and unique scenarios. Well, 4 different scenarios. One is duplicated.
Yeah, it's the death twice, isn't it?
So cheese platter number 1. Witch King on Felbeast with full kit. 2 name raves on Felbeast. 90 odd points of evil, woefulness, sprinkled about, orc flavoured. Or topped with a glob of Shelob. Oh, that's Ed's list. Near enough.
Yeah, you don't do the orc flavoured stuff, you definitely do the
Shelob.
glob of Shelob stuff and your 2 named raids. If you've got the Witch King, what do you go for? You go for Knight of Umbar.
Oh, Knight of Umbar and Undying, isn't it?
Would you go for Undying? Even with the Witch King kitting out?
Undying, you're making the general, yeah.
To protect against those points.
Yeah.
And leave Kamal out. That's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Witch King kitted out's good.
Yeah, it is. Cheese platter number 2, a nice square block of Isengard, edged with pikes, with a juicy crossbow centre, served with a side of Sauron and Grima, and wash it all down with a charcoal and warg cocktail.
Doesn't sound cheesy.
No.
Sounds like a good army.
Fluffy army. Or 3, the vegetarian platter, featuring Tom Bombadil and as many White Council as I can find.
Well, I think you should take the latter option.
I think you should take option 2.
Really?
I'd take that. I'd give it that a go.
I'd be quite happy against. I'd be happy against 2 or 3.
No, because remember Tom Bombadil, what I said about him with the scenarios, by playing the high ground, he just goes stand.
Shh. They're watching. Don't say out loud.
Okay. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Keep it safe. Yeah. Okay. We're going to say number 2.
Number 2, definitely.
You should well do number 2.
Yeah.
You should well do number 2.
Oh,
take scouts, Urukai scouts.
Depending on how skilled you are, number 1. Like, I reckon number 1 in the hands of a non-Ed Ball wouldn't be as devastating as
No, that's a good point.
could be. Like, it's a very powerful list in Ed Ball's hands.
In the right hands or the wrong hands.
In the ball hands. In Ball's hands.
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, the first one is a strong list if you can wield it.
Yeah.
That's a strong one. So next up we've got Sean Shaw, 100. He's trying to choose between Radagast or Gandalf the Grey.
Gandalf the Grey.
To ally him with my dwarves, and I'm unsure which one to go with. I'm thinking Radagast with his renew would be more helpful, as the dwarven heroes can take a real beating before being wounded. So they would stay around even longer if they were getting wounds back.
Gandalf the Grey. It's Gandalf the Grey.
What does he bring?
Cast Blinding Light, Sorcerer's Blast, Command.
I think it's the command and stuff.
The Command. Yeah.
Because the blinding light isn't going to be massive help to the dwarven force, although they can use that in skirmish, it's still helpful. But I see what you're saying with Radagast. I mean, what other spells has he got? He's got renew. He's got
Or Dismay.
more dismay might be helpful versus dwarves, stop them from getting surrounded.
No, because most things have Fury or Elves or
That's
have
true.
Bodyguard. There's no point to. Or Dismay. Like on Thranduil, it's fine because it's free,
Yeah.
and you take him for Nature's Wrath, not for Aura of Dismay.
Yeah. Definitely take Gandalf.
Yeah, Gandalf.
That's the answer to that.
Gandalf's the best, unless you want Saruman for pure aggression. Saruman would work with it.
Saruman would work quite well.
Force you to come to the dwarves.
Yeah. Which is what they kind of need, really.
Yeah.
Don't take either. Take Saruman.
I think Gandalf would still force you to come to the dwarves. Like if you've got a bit of shooting and he puts a cast blinding light, you're not going to be outshot.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're going to have to come to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Next up, it's you. I just read Jeremy Smith, didn't I? Oh no, I just did Gandalf Renegast. Huey Evans, he says, after finishing my degree and graduating, I've used some money given wisely to invest in an army of Mordor, Angmar, Dol Guldur. I was reading through the rules for Shagrat War Leader, and his shield enables the knockdown ability like cavalry, but does this work on cavalry?
Yeah.
No. It's infantry only.
Oh, does it say that?
Yeah. Well,
If it says light cavalry...
it's like cavalry. So can cavalry knock down cavalry?
No, it can't. Well, it actually says light cavalry.
Yeah.
It's not just doesn't get to knock down.
No. Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it says when charging infantry as well.
Oh, right, okay. There you go.
Oh yeah, it doesn't knock down horses, sorry.
Have I played against... Oh, no, I have. I've played against Tom Harrison. And Shagrat War Leader.
Shagrat War Leader's good.
And I won because I'm dead good. And he had a terrible army.
Yeah, it was like, was it wargs and Shagrat War Leader?
No, it was just orcs. It was just loads of orcs.
Oh, orcs are so bad.
Was it just loads of orcs?
Oh,
Mordor
so
Oracle?
awful. Maybe Mordor Oracle, sounds like Tom's thing to do.
It was a Mordor
Take a
Oracle. I
list.
think they were Mordor Oracle.
Take a
Was
list
there a
of the
spider
ones.
in there? I can't remember. It's a long time ago. But I've held on to that for a long time. I think Lily was helping him as well.
Kurt Leach?
Kurt Leach has put, if Gamling dies and he's carrying the Royal
Oh,
Standard
this is one you
Rohan...
asked me about at the beginning.
No, I didn't. Can he pass it on to someone else? Well, I had to tell Jamie the answer to this because of course he's not very experienced in the matters of Rohan, and a hero can't pass on when it dies with him. I believe is the exact language that Jamie used.
He's back. He's gone.
Just want to Mr. Miyagi him.
Have you seen the?
This is great content.
Have you seen the Barack Obama interview? Where there's a fly doing this, and he just goes, grabs it, and just throws it on the floor.
Does he?
And the interviewer's like, "Did you just do that?"
Legend.
Yeah.
What a
He's
dick.
cool.
So Kurt Leach, you've answered your question there. Mason O'Neill, he says, hey guys, my question is, what is your favourite song from the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy? So Lord of the Rings trilogy and Hobbit separate.
The song. So I guess I mean like the song that goes with the movie itself.
Or just any of the...
I can't remember
Music
much of
from
the
it.
music really. I really like May It Be from movie.
Yeah.
I
Very
like
good.
that song.
Lord of the Rings, considering Hobbit's a nice, cheerful one. And...
It's quite good. I like the Isengard music. The stuff from
Yeah,
Isengard's
very
good.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool music.
I think the music in Lord of the Rings is far better than that of The Hobbit as well.
I really
Far
like.
more iconic.
I really like.
There's some
Misty
very
Mountain
good
stuff.
music. Yeah, the Misty Mountains is cool. And,
Far Over the Misty Mountain is very good.
and like, again, referencing the Palantir, they say when the dwarves charge out of Erebor, it should be that music. The Lonely Mountain music.
Yeah.
Where they rush out rather than a different soundtrack. Because that's their soundtrack for the entire film. It's just not there.
Yeah,
Like whenever the Fellowship did something heroic, you get the Fellowship theme tune.
Yeah.
Whenever Rohan do it, you get the Rohan stuff.
With Tariel.
Yo, Tariel gets her own.
She gets on everything.
Yeah.
She just turns her face.
Brushing hair.
Yeah, it's true.
Dramatic brushing hair. So, answer to that one. Next up, we got Joe White.
Joe White has put 2 questions this week. First, can we get the name of the album song again?
Oh, Eldamar Madrigal.
Oh.
Second.
I thought of it. What's that, Rule 47? And second, which of Thorin's company would you have liked to have seen more of in the movies?
I always got the two mixed up, but Biffa Bofa, whichever one's James Nesbitt. Biffa.
Bofa. Biffa. Bofa. Bofa.
Is it?
Is it?
They're the only ones out of all of them that I constantly...
Because in my mind, isn't Biffa the one that's got the thing in his head? And
yeah, I think...
he's got like the spear thing in the game. And Bofa is him.
I've learnt them through the game.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
who has what rule.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely James Nesbitt. Because I think he's a great actor and he's very funny.
Yeah, he's good.
And he just didn't have the screen time.
I think Barling was very good as well.
Yeah, Barling was good.
Barling
I think Barling got quite a lot of screen time.
He gets a reasonable amount.
He has a full chat with Bilbo quite a lot.
Thorin gets a lot of time. It becomes the story of Thorin the Hobbit. The Hobbit should be called
the Thorin,
the
dwarf.
The Lay of Thorin Oakenshield or something like that, because it's a lot about him.
Yeah, he does seem to be far more focused on the events of the entire thing than Bilbo.
Yeah, slight shame, because Martin Freeman was good.
He was, yeah.
Okay, so next up we've got Longy 970.
He says, "Alright boys, good to see you back on the couch together."
Rule 47.
Yeah.
Oh no. Someone out there will do that. Disgusting.
It's the wrong kind of couch.
Yeah, it's not.
Let's cover that up.
Oh no, don't bring it back, I'd forgotten.
That's what you pulled.
Yeah, that's right. There we go.
My question is about Nova. How do you think you'll find playing by the 20 rules of the DCHL? Unless, of course, they use the current GBHL errata, in which case my question is irrelevant. Either way, I hope you enjoy it massively. Praise be. Praise be.
What's Praise Be?
Praise be is the sign-off Double Dragon.
Is he part of this?
Yes. He took Double Dragon to JT's event.
Well, is that how you get into Double Dragon? You take Double Dragon?
We can just anoint you.
I don't want to be
I
annoyed.
don't want to anoint you. Either. Can't be a part of our thing.
I'll walk around saying Praise Be.
Praise be.
You know.
Praise be.
You know what I had to do in the run up to my wedding to get married in a Catholic church? I'm not going through that again.
Yeah, I think it could be interesting because the only thing they're taking from the GBHL errata is the monster hurling. So we've got to try and remember a time when there was no laws.
When the game was just a wild west.
Yeah, it was reckless.
Reckless game.
Reckless hurling, but that's sorted. But yeah, you got to try and remember some of their rulings might not be the same as what we've ruled. Yeah, I know, it's scary. Well, they seem to think spectres are overpowered, so who knows what we might face over the
Do they? In America?
Well, in the DCHL they said in one of the videos like spectres well overpowered.
No,
but I'm pretty sure that's just the American side of them. Like, you know, everything's big and fantastic and amazing.
That's true.
So spectres are awesome. They're overpowered. They can make you move your models.
Yeah, maybe. I can see what you did there. That was very good, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's Americanism, isn't it?
It is. And
Well,
that's why Disney World was amazing.
Yeah. Because that's just
no one can do that like
that's
Americans.
just how they are. Whereas the British are very reserved. Like, yeah, it's good. It was
We're masters of the understatement, aren't we?
It was firework.
Is that, you know?
Let's get it off.
It's like there's that famous one, isn't there, about the British in the Korean War that were just completely surrounded by hundreds of thousands of Chinese troops, and there weren't many of them, and they called through to the Americans for backup, and they said, "We're in a spot of bother."
Yeah.
We might be able to hold out for a little, very kind of positive, upbeat you know, and of course didn't really stress the seriousness of the situation. Got wiped out, unfortunately. So yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. Do they have their own like?
I don't think so.
So is it literally just lawlessness?
Oh, I don't know. We'll find
I have
out.
to go and we have to break the game again. Remember the days when people used to break the game?
Yeah, we can still do that. We'll try that again. Also, James, I hope you he had a bit of an accident and lost or had taken his miniatures case.
Oh my goodness!
So I'm not sure if he still has his Corsairs or anything. So fingers crossed that they get returned to you, and if not, I'm sure we'll
rally round
and get that sorted for you, pal.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get like 1,000 people to contribute £1, I'd happily give you my 12 Corsair Reavers to get you started.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get some. We'll have a little whip around.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get mugged?
Not mugged. It was I think Ed was talking to me. I don't think Ed knew fully how it did.
Okay.
But basically, it was to do with moving house, and during the move, this case has been misplaced.
Oh, that's a shame, man.
But he thinks he may have taken it off to put it down somewhere, and then it's been taken whilst he's been packing the car or something.
Oh, that's...
Or something along those lines. We don't actually know. But I don't know.
Oh well, sorry about that, buddy.
Fingers crossed it'll return. Next question from the Strategy Battle Gamer. Oh yes, I dodged it.
Hello, Jamie and James. Tim the Tallman Taylor back.
Oh my god!
It's Tim the Tallman Taylor.
That's a well early reference.
That is a well early reference.
Wow.
The Strategy Battle Gamer. He's got a channel, hasn't he? Strategy Battle Gamer.
Yeah,
Was
but
it Young Kid?
Did it used to be Tim?
Yeah. He was Tim the Tallman Taylor.
Yeah, I know, but his name didn't used to be the Strategy Battle Gamer, did it?
It did change at a certain point, and he has commented as the Strategy Battle Gamer. And I believe that we gave him a shout out.
I know.
Scouring early days.
I know. I know Strategy Battle Gamers done it in the past, but what was the name that it used to be? Was it just Tim something?
It was Tim. Was it not Tim the Tallman Taylor?
No, because it was like Tim something, but I'm pretty sure we made the reference
Or maybe.
to Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Let us know. Remind us. Our
Remind us.
memories are awful. You put. I haven't commented about 3 months. Wow. So I'm going to ask a few questions. Well, good to have you back, buddy. He's put 1. America. Where in America are you guys heading? I live in Canada, but might be able to spill over for the weekend to meet you guys. Where is the tournament? If I can't make it, good luck. It's in Washington.
DC.
Washington DC, yeah, not Washington State.
Yeah, two very different places.
Apparently so. We need to get the flight sorted.
It's tonight's job, isn't it?
Is it?
9
Yeah.
o'clock tonight, we said.
9 o'clock tonight.
Because
Okay.
Damien was drunk, alcoholic Damien, again, ruined the plans for the GBHL.
All his fault.
Did you hear about it the other night when he went out for Emma's friend's 30th?
Yeah, fell asleep in the game room.
Yeah. What a moron.
I'm pretty sure we've all done worse.
I think even when drunk, I've always managed to climb into bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Your own bed?
Not my own, but a bed. An A bed beats the floor.
No, I've woken up on doorsteps and all sorts.
God.
I wasn't. No, I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah.
Child-friendly channel. Yeah, come down. There's a bunch of people coming down from Canada.
Yeah.
I believe.
We don't know.
From the channel we do.
Oh.
There's people travelling from across the world to come and see us.
They need an Australian, is what they need.
That'd be cool. That'd be
Then
cool.
we can have all the colonies coming back together at once and we can capture them all.
Is that how we're seeing this?
Yeah, we can get an Anzac over there.
No, well. We're not going to come over and be like all sort of jingoistic and everybody. Like, oh, I'll tell you about the colony.
Are we not?
No,
I don't think we should be.
I don't believe in that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Every Britishman inside wants...
Every Britishman.
Every Englishman, sorry. What am I talking about? Britishman. Every Englishman wants... wants what we once had.
Go over there and read your Daily Telegraph. Right, okay, so number 2, but what do you guys think about my 500 point list? Dane Ironfoot leading 12 Dwarf Rangers.
It's terrible.
Dane's alright.
Dane's very good, but...
4 with Dwarf Longbow.
It's wasted points.
12 with throwing
Oh, God.
weapons. 4 with two-handed weapons. If you're coming to the tournament, bring this.
Yeah, bring this to the tournament, definitely.
And play any of us. That's really bad. That sounds like we're being really horrible. You put Gimli, Son of Gloin with Elven Cloak leading 12 Dwarf Rangers, 4 with Dwarf Bow, and the same with the rest. What do we think of
That's
it?
so many points in awful troops. Like, the throw weapons alone are 36 points.
Wow.
Well, you've spent 72 points on thrown weapons on defense 5 guys who move 5 inches. It's not enough. And then you've given them... You've got 8 longbows, which is 24 points. So that's, what, 90... No, 100 points? 74 plus 20... I've lost one last. 36, 76. I can't remember.
Think of it like this: you've got 2 warbands, only 2 warbands at 500 points.
They're all
They're
defense
dwarves,
5.
but you've not got the strength of the dwarves in there at all. So you're not really playing to the strengths. Your heroes are good.
Oh yeah, no, that's...
Dane and Gimli are both good.
Dane and Gimli very good, but you've got... didn't say it loud enough, no one will hear.
I'm going to have to check that. 115. Wow, it's a long speaking of question. Loads of questions.
Yeah, I don't think you optimised that list at all, sorry. That is not a good list.
So
It's a brutal honesty there, but...
go home, rewrite it,
Yeah.
and come back
Next week.
when you've thought about it.
Think about what you've done. You go with your computer, you think about what you did. 3.
That's a U.
Yeah. F, failed.
U, unclassified
Yeah.
result.
Okay. I got a U in biology. Like my A level.
Did you just not do it?
No. Teacher just didn't like me.
Really? I'm sure to get a U, you just have to. They have to just not seen your work.
No, I did all the exams, I just didn't do very well.
You just lose the ability to write.
Unclassifiable. Oh dear.
Because that's the only way that you get a U.
Yeah, no, you can just not get enough points.
Really?
Yeah.
0.
No, there's a bracket before you even get your E.
Really?
And if you don't hit that bracket, you get a U. Yeah. No, it's not a good year.
Support this guy on Patreon. He needs it.
I got a 2-1 in a history degree.
You did. You did very well.
Very well for that.
Very, very well.
Just not biology. Finally, 3.
Bilbo looks adorable. He certainly is. He's lovely, isn't he? I personally
German Shepherd. You're a German Shepherd? My God, that's where you've wrote a bad list.
named Pippin. Okay, Pippin's a good name. To try and make him small because his dad was over 3.5 feet tall on all fours. 3.5 feet tall is not very high. Yeah, okay. Okay, and last, Jamie, the first couple of chapters of the Fellowship are the best. I love the Shire and all the Hobbits. It makes me feel happy.
Good.
Yeah, that's some people do, I suppose. It's slower. It's much slower.
Yeah, I'd rather get into the action of the book and get to the meat of it.
It's much slower early on. Anyway, sorry for the wave of questions. Don't apologise. It's good to have you here, pal. Hope you have a great day. We certainly will. Keep up the amazing work, folks. Best of luck to Jamie and his Patreon. Cheers.
Oh, thank you very much. I take it back about the list.
Sorry for being horrible. It's getting grouchy. It's time to eat.
Yeah.
We've gone over an hour. That's it now.
There's
Way beyond.
There's still loads more.
There is. Keep on these questions coming.
Sebastian Avery says, thanks for looking at my army list. James, do you still have those Corsairs you were offering before your wedding? I hope you enjoyed it.
I don't remember offering these Corsairs out.
You offered them to James just then. You do this, a video.
But James came to me and he was like making offers for the Corsairs,
Yeah.
and making me offers, and I was like, oh no, you know.
Just send them to him. Yeah, anyway. Oh, and Jamie, I think you should really stress that without Patreon you would have to work elsewhere, meaning less videos completely. Yeah, I stress that point.
Mind you, we've got videos out every day before.
Yeah,
No, it's not that. It's the quality is going to raise massively.
yeah. And I can spend more time doing sort of social media side of it as well. Like I'm going to write myself a task list of every day put out at least one, comment on the Facebook, one on the Twitter.
Yep.
Post one picture, post one picture, post one video, do a throwback.
Basically, Jamie's going to be able to do a bunch of things, like, because we talked about these things really early on, like how could we possibly make this into a business where it would obviously sort of pay, and there are a bunch of things that we've talked about doing that we've just not had time to do because we both work.
Yeah.
Or we
Worked.
you were working,
Yeah.
and you know we're both very, very busy, and we always did what we could do. Now there is no excuse for us not to be able to do so many things.
Yeah.
So you know, good times has come for the channel.
And for me as well, like whilst I've still got my own money saved up, I can use the Patreon money to start funding, like getting some merchandise, which then we can get more money from, which means that we can do more things and I can
Exactly.
just grow, basically.
Exactamundo. So yeah, I do have those Corsairs, but I'm not sure whether that's for sale or not.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mack.
Is this me or you?
It's you.
You sure?
Yeah. It's that time you did an arm list.
Oh yeah, I took over that one. Jonathan Mack, hey guys, what do you think of my 350 point army list? Went 1, Bard the Bowman, Gyrion's Heir with armour, 6 Lake Town Militia with shield, 6 with spear, Lake Town Militia Captain with shield, 3 with shield, 3 with spear, 3 with bow, Warband 3, Alfred is not filled in a Lake Town list. Thanks for your feedback and for the great content. At 350 points, that's a pretty good list.
We got a lot of troops for 350 points.
Yeah, so you know you're looking at
Bard's good.
Bard's good, 3 attacks.
Yeah.
That's big Bard.
Yeah.
You know, he's 12-inch stand fast, is he? He's 12-inch banner as well for everyone.
12-inch banner, and does he up their fight value as well?
Yeah, they become fight 3 when near him. Yeah.
Can fight 3, so that's handy against some things.
Yeah. And obviously you've got Alfred there, so you can boost. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. You've got 8 might in that list.
Yeah.
Maybe more if you roll to 6.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Mm.
I think it's all right. Maybe try and think about maxing out your bows.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think if you're going to either go full bows or full shield spears.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, so next up we've got Quinn, James Slayer Duggan with another list. I have 2 lists in the comments for you both for the re-desolation of Stockport this October, guys. Make sure you get there. Now here's an Erebor list. Thorin with the Oaken Shield. Try and mount them if you can. 5 Warriors of Erebor with Shield, 5 with Spear and Shield. Dwalin, try and mount them if you can. 5 Warriors of Erebor with Shield, 5 with Spear and Shield. Balin, 5 Warriors of Erebor with Shield, 5 with Spear and Shield. New Saruman, Gandalf or Old Radagast, or Saruman and Alfred.
Ooh. Old Saruman and Alfred would be good.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Old Saruman and Alfred in that list.
Yeah, Old Saruman and Alfred did work really, really well in that list.
Mm.
Really, really well. Apart from that, like I say, just maybe try and mount.
Yeah, it's only 10 points to mount them both as well, because
Yeah.
5-point ponies.
5-point pony, so worth dropping a dwarf for it.
Yeah.
Worth dropping a dwarf for it. Okay, so next up we've got One Good Riddance.
He says, guys, I will be attending the Nova tournament.
Woohoo!
And will probably be there from Friday or Thursday. Would it be possible to arrange for a battle report?
We're going to be doing lots of touristy stuff, aren't we, early on?
Yeah, well, we're still not really sure what the sort of, we've not made our sort of agenda.
We don't know what we're doing is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, we've not made our agenda yet, so we definitely know we're doing the Grand Tournament. And then we're there for what, 2 other days? It's 4 days, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So we've not like put aside time to do this, which we will do. A lot of the content from it, I reckon, is going to be us sort of walking around and doing touristy stuff.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And just us.
Yeah, lots of interviews, lots of meeting members of the community we've not met before. We'll have 3 cameras there.
Yeah.
3 cameras, so we'll all be able to get interviews done.
Yeah.
That is months of content.
Yeah, that's it, sort of it. Like just all the sort of the. You can do vlogs. Oh, here's our vlog today. You know, we're just going around.
I think that's a really good. All of us do.
Vlogs whilst we're over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. Like a Nova Open blog.
Yeah.
Jamie Eugene. See, this is what happens when he leaves
When
his
I
job
don't need to.
and he gets
Lego.
Patreon.
This is what happens when I don't have to think Lego.
Just the man with a plan. So what we wouldn't want to do is promise you that we could do something and then not fulfill it, because you know.
Broken promises aren't nice.
No, certainly not. But we will try. We'll certainly try and get as many battle reports for people as we can. Next up we've got Joseph Harley. He's put, hi guys, my question this week is, which hero would you be most worried by? Shagrat Warleader or Gothmog? I posted this on the GBHL Facebook page and it provoked a lively debate.
Yeah, I saw this, but didn't get involved in it. My phone was
I
dead.
was wondering what you two thought. Gothmog mounted can affect the game more.
Yeah, I'd be more concerned about Gothmog just because he's going to mess with my might.
Can mess with your might.
Well, my
And
might
he-
levels anyway.
And he can affect the game more. He's mounted.
Yeah. Well, Shagrat Warrior is essentially mounted.
No, it's the movement, isn't it?
The threat range.
It's the threat range. It's the, can I get him over there to do this? Can I get?
You can shoot-
He's still good.
You can shoot at the horse, assuming they're both on foot. Gothmog as well. of me.
Mm.
Because, let's say I've got a caster, I can shut both of them down in the combat phase, but Gothmog is always going to be competing with my might.
Yeah.
Heroic move, I get one for free.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, Gothmog, stop it.
Yeah.
Whereas Charlotte War Leader's got 3 points of might and then he's done. Gothmog can continue to contest even after he's out of might.
I would agree with that. I think Gothmog is a winner there for special rule and the fact that he can be mounted.
Yeah.
Okay. You also put, P.S. I hope James had a great honeymoon. Certainly did, and I hope Jamie's Patreon donations are increasing. They are. You're up to about $600.
I don't. Yeah, but I'm just short of $600.
I check every minute of every day.
Oh, you popped it, haven't you?
Yeah, I've just got loads of spots at the moment because I've been awake with Bilbo all night. So you know what it's like when you've been awake all night, your skin just goes off. Okay, it's just a shame I can't transfer you the money in Freddo's.
No, transfer the money and money.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd prefer money.
Yeah.
Money pays rent.
Exactly. Spiral Project. Also, as you've seen my first 2 questions above somewhere, I have a Filthy Horde army. However, I don't own the book. Do you guys know where I could get a Fallen Realms book? Games Workshop still sell it, as far as we're aware at this moment in time.
Yeah, as of Sunday the something of July.
Well, it's Thursday the 23rd of July. It's not.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, caught in that weird time thing again.
You thought we were telling them it was Sunday.
I travelled into the future.
Yeah.
And I came back again. Okay, so do that. Johan Goldies has put, awesome vid guys, and thanks for your answer. Question this week is how to beat a shade. Johan. P.S. Where's GBHL Bilbo? I've actually not had to have him the last couple of Thursdays.
Nice. Not one Thursday.
Last Thursday. It wasn't Thursday, it was Friday when I brought him to the gaming centre.
Oh yeah, but Thursday.
And the Thursday I didn't have him.
Because you sort of just left him with the hairdressers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I was going for a walk. Okay, I'll come back because
I've been given a break today because I am shattered. Beating a shade.
How to beat a shade. Sorcerer's Blast is a good way of doing it.
Eldamar,
Sentinels can send it away.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of beating a shade isn't killing it, it's getting rid of it and breaking the army whilst it's gone. Like, so something to do is start immobilising it really early, so you bring out its will, and then you can start blasting it if you've got a wizard. You need some form of range magic. You can't really shoot it away, it's a bit too tough.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Especially when it's behind 3 ranks or so.
Mm-hmm.
You need magic, and if they're taking a shade, you've probably got the points to do that.
Yeah, if you've got someone who's experienced with using a shade as well, the way that their formation will make it very tough for you to sort of hurry a combat round and get into it.
New Galadriel, she'll destroy a shade.
Yeah, there you go. Ultimate shade killer.
Pew pew pew.
Okay, so next up we've got Lewis Jackson.
He says, hey guys, hope it's going well. My question this week is in order to... This week is in order 1st to 4th out of the GBHL podcast. Who do you think has the best win rate? Tricky question, don't you think?
I hope you find this one interesting.
Okay, cool. My mind just stopped reading words. I was like, do you think what?
It's biology all over again.
It's like, what? Words.
Oh.
So win ratio. I think Damien's got to be the top, hasn't he?
Yeah, let's put it into the league the league standards. Damien will be top.
Yeah. Then myself. They're not this year. It was just league standings. Because my win ratio's been awful this year.
Yeah. You mean going for the whole thing since the league started?
Oh, since the league started, I think I'm.
I've got a good ratio.
Yeah, I've got a good ratio. This year's not been a competitive year for me, so I've not been doing well. Tom must be at the bottom.
Just because he's been going to loads, and just because what he's been doing. But if you went off his first year,
if you go off the first year and second year, I say my win ratio is very high. But this year it's just tanked because I'm not trying to win the league.
I think I was egotistical enough to work out my win ratio last year.
Really?
Yeah. Before coming into this year and not doing it, so I knew. Anyway, it was pretty good. But Damien's must be.
Damien must be very good because
Damien's must be top because he was obviously competing for the league.
Competing for the league last year, and you can't do that with losing lots of games.
Mm-hmm.
Be like losing one game a tournament, roughly.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right.
So 1 in 6. What we would have then called a bad event. We lost one game. That was a bad event. So yeah. Last year would have been very good for me, I think, actually.
Do you know what we could probably work? I think Tom has worked it out. That if you go, I think he's actually got a spreadsheet that's got all of this on. So
might be able to find out for you.
maybe ask on the plans here.
Yeah.
I'm sure the joke will be that I'm bottom.
Yeah, Tom still managed.
Oh, we got 30T Tanya.
This is Tanya T-Boone, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's coming to the Redesolation Stockport.
She is indeed. She's
So-
also a patron. So
Fantastic. We like you, Tanya.
yeah, she's paid for loads of tournaments as well, by the looks of it.
Is she?
Yeah, like it keeps seeing like tournaments I want to go to. It's like paid Tanya. It's like
Fantastic.
what on earth?
Have you met her before?
No.
Never have I. Look forward to meeting you.
It's your turn.
Hi GBHL, I'm a Patreon backer. Oh yes, I'm got on his first day subscribers as the most.
Patrons.
It's all,
GBHL
about,
patrons.
it's all about the patrons now.
Yeah.
First stagers, I'm still here for you. We've got. It's my way of thanking you for keeping the game I like fun and interesting, with a thriving tournament scene, and I get several hours of free content a week.
Exactly.
That's a nice way.
You get some bonus videos coming soon. Jay and I are recording on Friday, so 2 days ago. The battle
Which is
companies.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
My question this week is: James going to be adding a certain mounted Hobbit hero to his Rohan list in honour of Bilbo?
Yeah, are you?
Mounted Bilbo. Bilbo and Pony would be quite cool actually.
It would be very good.
It'd be really good. It'd work quite well in my army with all the fight 5.
You'd actually be able to beat people without a heroic strike.
That's true. Yes.
Yes, you will be.
Yes, I will. I'll have to like get Dave Fredericks to make a tiny little Yorkie poo, like little black. Well, I could probably do that with a little bit. Just a blob of plasticine and just stick a lot of holes in it.
Just scrape down with
Scrape
a
down.
with a paper clip or
Penny
a
black.
staple.
Dry brush it with Eshin grey.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's done.
Then
You've got a pink tongue.
Little pink tongue on a Scotty bow or something.
Yeah, red bow.
Red
bow.
That's how you'd know.
There we go.
That's how you could tell from the poor sculpt. Oh, it's got a little bow.
But yeah, just take that as a count as mounted Bilbo.
Get one of them.
Do you know what? I reckon Titans would let me do it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's me dog. Next up we've got Sam Taylor.
He says, "Hey guys, you are the bomb. Jamie, I have really enjoyed being a patron so far, and I hope many more people join in the support. One downfall with it, oh no, is that I've had to watch the pre-release Speak for Any Question, but I have to wait a few days to ask questions." Pre-release? Eh?
How does that work?
That doesn't work.
I record Speak Friend a Question.
Yeah.
What happened?
Eh? I think they're all the ones you're watching. Like, what happens is that I like it'll be released on the channel, then I'll download it and post it up like a day after. So you're not getting a pre-release for next week. That's why I can't. You're right.
Oh, that's well funny.
I don't think there's ever been a time where I've pre-released an episode.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't. Well, unless it was like those weeks.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's magic. Anyway, one question this week is: I was using Lonely Knight's army builder for the game, and he has it on it. Ugh, and he has on it an option for Mirkwood Elves at 1 point more than Wood Elves and 1 defense higher.
He's referring to the new
Oh, the Mirkwood Elves, yeah. I was wondering if anyone knows which book these can be found in. Oh, that's a free source book release on Games Workshop's website. If you
Battle
search
5 armies.
search Battle 5 Armies, you'll find all the rules for them there. They're in a PDF. Download it before it goes off there.
It's free.
Yeah. Also, is there models for this profile, or is it Wood Elf models that are used? And secondly, would it be worth it to take these guys? Definitely worth it to take them. Yeah.
Different army list though.
Expensive. Yeah, they're in the Thranduil's Halls list.
So it's different army lists, so you're not going to be able to mix the two together unless, of course, you've got
In the
right
same
heroes.
list, yeah.
Same war bands. Got to be different
Yeah,
war bands.
Damien does very well with them.
They're good.
It's just elves. Like I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, they're just elves. It's not.
They're good.
It's not like they were underpowered elves that they've been made good. It's like you've got everything you want in that list.
Yeah, they're good.
It's got
a good list.
It's got good heroes. It's got good troops. You've got plenty of bow fire that you can break the bow limit with. Like there's nothing bad about that list. It's not an uncompetitive list at all.
No, I think it's a very competitive list.
So
Very, very good.
and it's just convenient that it's themed, isn't it, Damien? It's not you. Oh, I really want to do a Mirkwood elf army. It's just
competitive and it happens to be themed. That's all.
There you go. Well, it's Isengard's pretty.
Is Isengard's themed?
Isengard's themed.
It depends on who you
Well,
ask.
Rohan's themed. Your Wood Elves are themed when you do your Wood Elves.
Yeah, not the Rose Elves.
Well, I mean, it's not completely out of the question.
No.
No, it is a little bit. No, it's not. It's
with
not.
The, with the name Woses, it depends how you play a theme, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it's.
Like, 'cause you can go abstract and say they're just woodmen. They're not druiden. They're just.
You could, although I imagine Woodman's look a little bit more like Aeon. The Woodmen. I would know called Woodmen.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, they're pretty good. You can get that for free. Okay, James and his stuff. I thought that's a James and his snuff for a second. I was like, what? Would you guys ever try a pen and paper Lord of the Rings RPG?
Oh dear.
I know your game.
Oh, more camera time for Jamie.
Get your money's worth. I love that you've done it just for the added level of like banter and interaction it's brought. It's good. I love it. Already, guys, already Patreon has paid off.
Would you guys ever have a pen and do a pen and paper? I don't know.
Have you done it before?
I've done 40k role playing. It lasted about 3 nights because the GM couldn't keep up.
Okay.
He just said, I don't feel confident taking you on the adventure, so I'm not going to do it. And I didn't really feel too disheartened by it, because I don't think the group I was with, and then I don't think they watched the channel, so I don't mind saying, the group I was with, well, I didn't particularly, I liked the guys, but not how they were playing the game.
Oh really?
Like, I was playing a role playing game. I guess you got to be with the right people for it, because they were very sort of min-maxing and trying to be competitive in it.
Oh right, okay.
And I was like,
that's not the point.
that's not the point of a role playing game. A role playing game is you're meant to become immersed in the adventure and tell a story.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's how I wanted to play it. But they wanted to, break the game and do, big stuff. And I was like, well, no, I want to do what I think I would do in that situation.
Yeah, role playing.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing. You pick a role and you play.
As an example of what happened was we were in this sort of essentially just a fighting pit, and we were told we were going to get
this is 40k now.
Yeah, we were going to get released this monster to us, and we had to work together to defeat it. It's a training exercise to show you how the game mechanics work.
Yep.
And so with this big thing opened up from the ground, and this monster was going to come out at us. So I was like, okay, my character unholsters his weapon and takes position, and then one of the guys he was an assassin, like one of these cool assassins. He was like, I climb the wall and get out of the pit. I was like, no, please don't. But obviously you can do that because it's a role playing game. And he was like, all right, I take position over here now, and I set up my sniper rifle. I said, it was like, you're not playing how the GM wants it to be done. You're trying to break the system. Because the GM was saying, okay, the walls are slanted inwards, so you can't get it. It's like, okay, I find some rope, make a grappling hook and go. So it's like you're role playing, but you're doing it for, I think, the wrong reason. You want to just make the game tougher for the GM.
That would be me.
Yeah.
No. I understand where you come from. I've not got any experience.
That's my only experience with role playing games, and I think I would like to, but
getting the time would be tough.
That's the other thing. Is like a game of this takes sort of 2-3 hours.
I reckon GBHL hosts do a quite good one.
There's
Tom and Damien and you would all make really good games. Was it Games Master? Is that what it is?
GMs, yeah.
GM, yeah. You all would actually.
Or DM, Dungeon Master, yeah.
Yeah.
That's essentially what I was trying to do for the battle companies.
You're very good at it.
Cheers.
I'm very good at it. I think my own experience was when there was that forum gaming, because there was an element of sort of role play that was involved in it. I mean, it was a strategy game, but then you took on the roles of characters, and then on that site they would try and set up what were effectively like role plays. I never got very far with them because I couldn't keep up with it. Yeah. Basically, my character would just end up dying because I never didn't turn up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be on it for months. So yeah, if you ever got some time.
The thing is, like, you need a good sort of 4 or 5 hours to sit down, get all your chatter out of the way, get into the game, and then debrief at the end. It takes a good chunk of time.
Oh goodness, someone's picked up on my cheating.
I thought so.
Drew Evans. Another question I've thought of whilst watching the show and Angmar Battle Report. Before we go on.
Oh yeah, I saw this. I was like, he's played Ring Wraith so often, he knows this doesn't stack.
I didn't. I completely forgot it during the game. James said that the Hobbits had -2 to their courage because of 2 races being nearby. I can feel you. 2 races being nearby. However, when I read the rules again, it said that Harbinger Reveal is not cumulative with other rules that confer similar penalties. You're absolutely right. I was blatantly cheating and still got smashed. So should the Hobbits have suffered -1 rather than -2? Yes, they should have done.
They should have done.
They should have done. I just forgot, and Ian Spiller forgot as well. So next up we've got, oh nice, we've got Lonely Cube 1.
Oh,
That's a nice wall of text.
Hey James, Jamie and Bilbo. I have 2 questions today. The first 2 questions in that wall of text. The first one is about the channel itself. I noticed that in Free People's Week you've been saying all the points cost for the models. Are you not worried about that anymore? It does seem unlikely that Games Workshop will care since they're most likely done with the SBG, but I'm just curious, was it an intentional change on your part?
I think it was an intentional change. That
I think a bit of experience as well. So remember, we probably come, especially with SVG, come from a forum orientated background.
Yeah.
And on forums, the rules are very clear about
do not post individual points values.
Yeah, do not post individual or things which people can look at and steal sort of physically.
Yeah.
But like, if you watch like Mini Wargaming or Beasts of War or any other sort of gaming based channel.
Yeah.
Guerrilla Miniature Games with Ash Barker's really good. He's just split off from Mini War Games, very good. Watching that for Age of Sigmar stuff, so check it out. They're all quite, because it's fair use, they just talk about the points cost openly.
Well, it's also in the hope that, you know, Games Workshop will see we're doing this for the right reasons. It's not like we're trying to give you free information.
Yeah.
It's that we want you to play the game and go out and buy the stuff.
Yeah, we want you to support your Hobbit hobby and buy the stuff. But I do think it just got to a point where
we were sort of done with saying at least 20 goblins.
Yeah. It gets a bit boring.
Because what's the point of saying that? Because everyone knows goblins 5 points.
What?
Now you can go back and work out all the point values. So if you're saying he's 20 goblins, you know he's 100 points anyway, so you might as well just say he's 100 points.
And the odd time that we would slip up and everything, and you know, and for no real good reason feel quite bad about the fact of slipping up, when really, you know, we're not doing anything wrong.
No.
So yeah, it has been a bit of an intentional change. It's not so that we can go out there and just give everybody points values. We still recommend that you go and get the books and stuff yourself. But it's more because we are discussing the profile and why it's good in the game. And it's not that we're here saying, okay, this is the source book. These are the points. This is what you know go away and do.
Yeah, we're discussing. It's not.
There's no infringement at all in that. So
My second question. Oh, you can do it.
my second question is about cavalry. I think I remember hearing from one of you that mounts count towards the break limit.
No. Well, but you might have done it in one of your games. When you didn't play cavalry against someone who played cavalry. Just nature's wrapped them. Okay, you're now broken. all your horses are dead. So your warriors now need to take courage tests?
Let me take some notes. Some unsuspecting fool one day.
In Nova.
America.
Oh, it's my first game. Okay, right, fantastic.
You know that win ratio. Okay, so no, it doesn't do that.
So they do count towards the points total in Lords of Battle, which I think is the only thing that might get confusing.
I think so, yeah. If not, and I'm just remembering what you said wrong, you can ignore the rest of this question.
Good.
Alright, okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there they go on to prove that. Oh, are they talking about Wogs? So, in fact, there's an entry in the Unexpected Journey errata that suggests otherwise to me, which is specifically about Wogs remaining after their rides are killed.
Oh, okay, so wargs are a bit different because you buy the whole one as the when you write your army list, you buy a warg rider. For that warg rider to count as a casualty to the your break pile, I guess, you have to kill both components. So say you kill the orc rider by shooting, but the warg sticks around. You have to kill that warg to get the one to your break point.
Yeah.
Otherwise it goes to one side. It's like when you kill a mount, you've not killed the entire model, so it doesn't count towards the break limit. Which is kind of nice for the warg riders, is that they can effectively, you need to kill 2 things to kill one thing, really. That makes sense.
Certainly does. So yeah, that is the whole rest of the text basically.
Yeah.
And you've obviously done some investigating into it, and yeah. So, thanks for the great work, both of you, and thank you, Jamie, for taking a brave step to do this full time. It is a brave step.
Thank you.
You will be rewarded for your bravery.
With money.
Sorry, this question is so long. Well, no, it wasn't that long in the end. Stephen Gill, thank you for your last answer. I'm thinking of allying Hunter Orcs on Wargs instead of using Mahor Marauders.
Yeah, that's a better
cool.
choice. You get 50% bows as well that way.
If you're only using them in a small warband, which of the captains would you use? Easy.
Which one's the
Fimble?
Fimble, that's it, with the lance and the fight 5. Yeah.
The
They charge you through terrain.
Charging through
I was
terrain.
trying to think, was it Narzug or Fimble? But Narzug's the 3-point and light for shooting.
That's the one. Fimble's good.
Yeah,
Fif- 50 points?
Yeah, 55 is he?
55 maybe, yeah.
Just
55
a little,
and then
just a little bit more for, and then 5 points for a lance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, go for that, that'd be good. Oh, and he's got another one here. As for naming kids, my youngest came right before the Two Towers. But we never thought... Saruman.
Saruman. Reba.
Lurtz. No, Lurtz died in Fellowship, what am I on about? Unbelievable.
In honour of.
In honour of, yeah. We never thought to name him after someone from the movie. Naming was really a compromise. He has also come to love Tolkien's world, and it was who pulled me into this hobby.
Oh, cool.
Maybe it's me putting on the commentaries for Fellowship while getting through to the 2 AM feeds.
I was thinking, you know, like, it just passed through my head the other day, that you got to name the puppy, Jane gets to name the baby.
However, technically Jane got to name the puppy.
Yeah, but that's not how she'll play it.
I know. And that's why I'm quite horrified at the suggestion. But we've talked about kids' names and stuff. Like, we agree. She really likes the name.
Ultimately.
Nah. Nah,
Next
that
up-
ain't happening.
Next up we got Dave Egan. He says, welcome back James, hope you had a great honeymoon.
Yep.
Bilbo's a gorgeous little puppy.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. A question about rolling to resist a spell. You have no will left in your store, but you have resistance to magic. And you also have a 3-point of will from, say, Staff of Power. When you're rolling to resist, must you use the 3-point of will from the Staff of Power first, or can you choose to use the resistance to magic instead?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, it is. Okay, then you got to talk about Smaug, so we should try to answer that one first.
You resist to magic, surely, because you're out of will.
But you're not out of will, are you? Because you get one, like, Staff of Power gives you 1 3-point of will to use per turn. So,
Or is it your will store? Does it say about your will store?
yeah,
To magic?
it depends, doesn't it?
If it says your will store,
We've not got a rulebook with us, but it'll depend entirely on the wording of both aspects.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
there's probably an intended way for it to be. But
Yeah. I would feel the way it's supposed to work is that resistance to magic kicks in, then you get your 3-point will to cast. However, knowing this game and the sloppy rules writing, in some cases, it probably will be that you don't get to use your resistance to magic and you have to use that 3-point of will.
yeah.
And I'll get errata in the GBHL FAQ to be resistant to magic first. That's how it'll work.
Yeah, it seems to make sense to be that way round rather than the other way. And his next point...
If Smaug targets a cavalry model, or
Heaven forbid.
Yeah, God. or monstrous cavalry model with his breathe fire, do you still roll to see if you hit the mount or the rider, or does the whole model suffer the effects of the breathe fire because of the 2-inch radius part of the rule? Yeah, I would assume the whole model, both, everything will get hit. So, you know, because it hits other models, you won't randomise. You just hit both parts. Similarly, if a model with an elven cloak is within 2 inches of the target of breathe fire, does that model suffer its effects?
Yes.
Yes, it does, because it's not the target, so it's not been chosen, it's been affected by the AoE. And finally, if Smaug hurled one fell beast into another, would they both be dismounted, or just the hurled one? Just the hurled one, because the other one's strength 6, so stops when it hits it.
But you learned that not that long ago.
Yeah, I was in the last big fan question. I
Was it last
think
week?
I entered it then as well, because I was considering my dragon hurling fell beasts.
Or was it then, or was it when we were talking about eagles?
Oh, possibly, yeah, maybe
When we
then.
were talking about monstrous cavalry.
Definitely been talked about recently.
We did talk about it recently, and that's when I learned that.
Because the eagles are strength 6.
Is someone thinking about taking Smaug to Redesolation of Stockport?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, someone will.
I want to see it there.
Don't.
I do. As the TO, I want to see one. I want to see one. I want to see it in action.
Yeah, as a TO, not as a player.
No.
Never as a player.
No one's allowed to bring one to the Open. It's actually in the rules pack.
Yeah.
No Smaug.
Because you win in Smaug, you can't take Smaug to win Smaug, Jane Clare. By the way, I've heard a really nice thing about if he was going to win, what he'd do.
Oh, yeah.
He said
He's a nice guy. I love you, Jay Clem.
You think he was either going to raffle it off or sell it off and use the money to help get James Longer's stuff back.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, but he didn't win, so he got Mogul.
Also, I'm guessing that
Ed won it.
So I'm guessing Ed did the same. Did he?
Oh yeah, no. Ed,
No?
No, Ed wanted SFAQ.
Oh, has he not got it? Did he not have it?
Didn't have it.
Oh, right. I thought he'd been one of the few.
No.
I'm one of the few. Are you one of the few? Okay.
Get J22's question done.
J22, my
It's
doubles
getting
partner. It is. God, I need to go back to work soon.
Nearly 5. 17. Sorry. You just crashed a little bit then.
That was a horrible moment, Giblin. I was like, oh my god.
It's so boom.
We need to go. I'm 20 minutes late for the class. That's what I was thinking then.
Dear.
Okay, J22, my doubles partner. He's put, hello James and Jamie, finally back in the loop for what feels like ages. Good to have you back, Jay. Caught up with my backlog of Speak Penny Question episodes and I'm now back on track. Great to see James back too. Question for this week, with a Rindale Knights army, do you see any use of taking, this is a good question, of taking Lindir converted to be on a horse instead of an elf captain on a horse to lead the warband of the troops? Or is he only viable if you're taking Elrond too? Thanks for all the great content. It's a good question because for obvious reasons, this has gone through my mind.
No, Lindir's not worth it.
Because the Riverdale Knight captain...
He's so strong, he's the best unnamed captain.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
He is. He's got so much going for him. He's pretty cheap for everything that you get.
Yeah. Like 90 points tooled up?
90 points tooled up, yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty cheap, whereas Lindir on a horse is 85.
Yeah.
So what are you losing? Well, you're losing a fight value for going for Lindir.
Yeah. Attack.
You lose an attack for going for Lindir. You lose a might point.
But you gain a will point.
You gain a couple. Has he got 4?
He's 3.
Is it 3? Okay.
There's no spells you can do or anything though.
The only reason really is if you wanted that
resistant to magic within 6 inches. However, it's only models affected when he starts his move. It's not even an aura.
No, if it was an aura, that'd be better.
Aura, yeah. Then there's consideration that you might stop some sorcerer's blast, some commands and things. But because it's when it starts his move, if the opponent gets priority, they can just blast you and you still get hit. If you move, you want him to be sort of central because it's from where he starts his movement from.
Yeah.
Just like, right, measure everyone in, okay, they're all resistant to magic, now Lindir moves.
Yeah.
So he needs to be the first model to move to get everyone resistant to magic, and it's a clumsy mechanic. If it was an aura, then it would work a lot better.
It would work a lot better, and it would be a consideration, but for the awesomeness of a Rivendell Knight captain.
Yeah, you can't compete with them. It's so strong.
Yeah, bow, Elven Blade, fight.
Yeah, so he fight 6.
Defense 7.
Defense 7, strength 4, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 6.
It's good.
2 might and 1 fate, and then horse, lance, shield, bow, Elven Blade. He's a fully tooled up man. He's shooting for the entire game, he gets into combat, stabs the lance, goes up against like Aragorn and wins the fight because he's got an Elven Blade. It's just obnoxious, but it's good. He's very good.
Very, very good. So I would probably say that no, Lindir you might only possibly take if you were taking a more themed list where you brought...
I don't know, I think if you've got the points, Elrond and then Lindir is not terrible because then late in the game, Elrond's still knocking everyone over on a 4+.
Yeah.
Which has been done to me by Charles Sims and it was horrific.
What's that?
He had Lindir, Elrond, Thranduil, a Stormcaller and like Gandalf or someone. It was a big points match. And I was like, I don't ever get to stand up. This sucks. Did
you win?
No.
Well.
No. I got ruined.
That doesn't sound like fun.
No.
What does sound like fun is a couple of hours sleep.
Yeah.
Before class. So we're going to leave you there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's very long edition of Speak Friend in Question.
Yeah, it's like nearly 2 hours. Oh.
Well, I think it's because we've gone from not having many questions and getting into a whole sort of fleshing out thing of getting it to an hour, and then suddenly a bunch of questions and still being in fleshing out mode.
Yeah.
We need to be a little bit more Jamie and a little bit less James.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe going forwards. But thanks for all getting involved. That's obviously what we want.
Yeah.
So guys, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your hobby. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Make sure you support Jamie on Patreon.
And happy strategy battle gaming.